We all try to do things to the best of our ability, but unfortunately mistakes happen. And there is a group of people called perfectionists who do not accept any imperfections. And in this video, let's talk about how you can deal with those people and what you can do if you are that person yourself to make it easier to work with them, or just to let it go sometimes when you are too worried about something, too worried about not getting the results that you have expected, and just make life a bit easier. Alright, if this sounds interesting, let's get right into it. First of all, I want to say that most successful people do not make it all perfect. It is just impossible. It is human to make mistakes. And if you will focus too much on the quality and you will try to make it the best of the best, you will likely spend too much time on that and you won't really get everything else done. Let's say you are creating a car. If you are too focused on the engine, you will end up missing a lot other parts, right? The interior, the steering system, and the gearbox and everything else, right? So if you want to create something, the product or a business or whatever you are doing, you cannot just focus on the step one. It will take you forever, and maybe you will make it great. You will make it the best of what you could have done. But the thing is, it's not worth it. You will spend too much time beyond the point when it was good enough, but you would keep working on it to make it the best, right? And that's when a lot of resources are needed, but the quality is increasing slowly. Okay, so another example was that there was one book about real estate, and the author has made some mistakes in it, and people tell him that, you know, there are misspelled words all over the book. And he said, well, you know what, it isn't the best written, it is the best selling book. So that's a proof of how a product can be somewhat average, right? In terms of in terms of some aspects of its quality. But if the major things are the important, let's say the book, it's interesting to read, it is useful, then it doesn't really matter if it's well corrected, if it's well written, or if it has some mistakes, because people are going to care about what the book is about. They aren't gonna read all of those words and just say, hey, it's a bad book because it's got so many mistakes in it. I mean, sure, if you can fix it, if you can make it better and it won't take a lot from you, go ahead and do it. But if you know that you'll end up spending way too much of your time and efforts to just fix a little bit of what is not so much important, then I don't think it is worth it. Alright, if you deal with people who, if those people have uh, happen to be with you in the workplace or just in your life, just be reasonable and try to explain to them that too much focus is sometimes not as useful, and that sometimes when they focus too much on something, they'll likely lose the productivity. And just say that you appreciate their efforts, however it makes sense to move on to something else. And maybe if the person is way too focused on doing something, try to set a limit in terms of how much they can work on it. let's say somebody is working on a project and they say, no, it's not yet done, it's not good enough right now, and so they keep working on it, but you see that they are spending way too much time. So what you can do in that case is tell them, look, you've got 3 more days left, and then you will have to stop no matter where you are at, because again, it's all about the time and how much we spend on things in terms of our resources, money, of course. Because again, sure, you can put the money into something and make it great, but the question is that even, does that even make sense? Is that even profitable? So now, if you are a perfectionist yourself, you can say to yourself that if I will focus too much on doing something, I will become more frustrated with it. And just try to make sure that you understand that we all happen to make mistakes. We cannot create a perfect uh, product. And again, if you are trying to make it perfect and you are thinking that it is worth it, explain to yourself that sometimes it's not worth to go beyond the point of good enough, because that way you just lose the most valuable resource, and that is your time. Alright, if this was useful, please drop a like, subscribe to this channel, and as always, see you in the next video.